Many dog owners are frustrated by some very common dog behaviour problems. Things such as barking, scratching at the door, trying to get toys, destructive digging or chewing. Now, often this is put down to anxiety by owners without them actually realising that they are contributing to the problem by not giving their dogs enough environmental enrichment. Anxiety actually shares a lot of symptoms with boredom, and it often comes down to the fact that their dog is not getting enough mental and physical stimulation that they need in their lives, especially in their teenage years, where those hormones start to kick in and they need much higher levels of activity. So what is environmental enrichment? Well, it's about making sure that your dog has daily exercise. For most dogs, this means at least 30 minutes, but it does depend on their breed, their age and their temperament, so some dogs need even more. Dogs also need human companionship. They're pack animals. They weren't designed to be left alone all day or out in the backyard with no family interaction. Leaving them with another dog doesn't always work either. You could get a dog walker if you don't have the time or if you are out at work all day. When it comes to toys, they need to be interactive ones that can mentally and physically stimulate them. They also need to be shown how to use them, though Bo here is doing a pretty good job of working out the Kong wobbler himself. There's no point leaving them with a heap of plush toys or a tug rope and ball when no one's at home. They need someone at the end to play with those. So they need to be things like this Aussie dog tucker ball, because you can actually put their kibble inside of it, even their daily meal, so they can then spend hours playing with it, rolling it around and foraging it out like they would in the wild. As Bo's figured out, we've got some mints in this Kong wobbler here, and this is great. If you were to freeze this and leave it with your dog while you went out, they would spend hours working away at that, and again that would mimic what they would do in the wild. So they need to be interactive so they can have a lot of fun and keep themselves occupied. If your dog loves to dig, and some dogs do, and they also might be keeping themselves cool in the sun, then consider getting them a sand pit so you can divert the digging to that spot there. You can put treats in it and toys so they can spend hours busily burying away there and leaving the rest of your garden alone. Leaving them with appropriate size raw meaty bones also gives them something to do. And remember, dogs are social animals, so take them out with you when you're heading out, down to the shops, visiting friends. They'll love you for it. It's also important to spend time with them before and after work, either playing out in the backyard or bringing them inside so they can spend time with you. And also, short daily bouts of obedience training will not only help them keep them occupied, but also develops really strong leadership and a great human-dog bond. So before you tear your hair out in frustration or rush down to your vets asking for medication for your dog, try implementing as many of these, if not all of them, as you possibly can. If you're still having problems, then you do need to get a qualified trainer or a vet behaviourist to come on in and assess what's really going on and make up appropriate plans for their treatment. To find a local trainer near you, visit the NDTF website.